Good evening, everyone. Good evening. It is Tuesday, and I do apologize here. I'm having a little bit of a problem. Okay, now I know what's going on. Let's go ahead and my keyboard is telling me that I have a whole lot of CPU usage going on, but it's not. So let me see here. Bring that back up. All right. Transferring profiles. But anyway, welcome. There we go. Now we're cooking. All right, good. So tonight we are up for a good evening. Oh, I gotta take that out. We're up for a great evening. We're going back into Knights of the Old Republic. Revan is on his way to the next planet, and we go from there. On Thursday, we will be going back to Batman Arkham Origins and continue that at 6 p.m. Eastern. And next Sunday, we will continue Dragon Age Inquisition. We will go ahead and start working on some more of the dragons, and we will also forward the story shortly after we start. So definitely want to be there relatively early because we will be doing a major storyline at near 6 p.m. Eastern, probably between 6 and 7 p.m. Eastern. Currently, just so you know, right now, Eastern time frame, it is 8:20. I do apologize for the late start. I had a late dinner. A few other things happened, so I wanted to go ahead and edit stats and panels. Huh? Oh, okay. No. Hey, Ariana. Hey, Bullet. How you doing? All right. Shout out at Thief's Bullet. Well, Thief's Bullet is also a good friend. I have not... What the heck is going on? The shout out didn't work. Oh, because I put an @ sign instead of a... Okay. Gotta love it. Explanation mark. Shout out at a Thief's Bullet. And there we have it. Oh, he's playing Valhalla. I just picked that one up myself. Yes, we will play. I plan on playing it on stream, but I probably will not play it on stream until after we get done with Dragon Age Inquisition and figure out what we're going to do. But how are you both doing? Welcome. All right, so we are here. We are going to get, let's pull that up. Let's go ahead and bring up Steam. Because we need to scroll down here. Knights of the Old Republic. Let's go ahead and play this. I'm doing great. Good to be going back into Knights of the Old Republic. Okay. Alright. So, I need to change up or check everything. Take VSync off. Screen resolution, we need to go to 1024 by 768. Close. Go here. Enable fix. But of course I have to do that. Let's see here. Enable fix. That injects the fix. Let's bring it back up. Oh, crap. Let's go back to options. Graphics. 1920 by 1080. Oh yeah, here we go. Alright, now go to advanced options, put VSync back on. Okay. Let's go ahead and do this. All right, let's go back to that. That's the one problem about this, is because it keeps going one way or the other. Okay, I need to drop my volume. There we go. So, folks, remember, if you are having a problem with the volume over my voice, or my voice is too loud over the game during gameplay, please let me know. I will try to adjust as much as possible. Let's see here. All right. So let's go ahead and pull up this game. All right, so we're loading. Now, I have not done Korriban. All right. Let me check something here. All right. All right. We're good. Travel, no. There's Korriban. We're going to go ahead and head off on out there. Now, this is going to be a small video. Hey, Broken Hearted Angel, how you doing? Hey, Tara's always sus. Most people are sus. It's all in good fun. How you doing, Broken Hearted Angel? And to be honest, she loves it too. She laughs every time. But welcome to the lair. I wish they would actually update the graphics on this like they're doing with Mass Effect. Oh, that would be so beautiful. Okay. What do we have here? Yes, Broken Hearted Angel, it is good to have you there. I appreciate that. But please remember, if you need some sleep, please go get that sleep. Time zone, I know time zones are a real thing. Full of energy thanks to a monster. Nice. And go quickly do a save game. One. Do a second save game. Two. And there's a reason I'm doing 2 save games. Let's load. We'll load Korriban 2. Because sometimes things actually happen and corrupt the saves. There we go. Now my UI's back. Instead of the UI being in this little section here, it's across the whole thing. Because I'm using a program that allows for 1920 by 1080 or 1080p resolution. Let's talk to Karth.
Yes, what's on your mind? If you're ready to talk, then yes. So am I. I can't hate you. I tried. I wanted to hold you responsible for all the things you've done for my wife, for Telos, for Dustil. But I can't. I got the revenge I always wanted when Saul died. But it hasn't brought me the peace that I thought it would. Despite whatever part of Revan is inside you, the darkness that must surely be there, it isn't who you are. That's why I can't hate you, why I don't want any more revenge. You don't have to be Revan. You can be so much more. Whatever the Jedi did to you, they gave you that chance. Whatever's happened up until this point, there's going to come a time very soon where you're going to have to make a choice. And there won't be any turning back.
And if I make that wrong choice...
I hope I can save you from yourself.
Thank you, Karth. I'm not really running a lot of mods on this game because these games can get very mod heavy. So let me talk to Juhani.
How can you possibly be Raven? The Jedi whose troops saved me on Taris. It was Revan, leading an army out to defeat the Mandalorians. It was you. I knew when I heard that you had become the Dark Lord of the Sith, that something was wrong with it. The man who saved me could never go completely to the dark side.
Well, let's see. I regret any harm that I may have caused. I do not know who that Revan was. I am not him. Perhaps he had his reasons, but I do not.
It is good to know that you have truly changed. It gives me hope. I do not think now that I will fall to the dark side. I only have to look at you and follow by your example, and there is no way I can fail.
Overconfidence can lead to the dark side. You'll do fine.
Thank you for placing your confidence in me. I only wish I had your heart as well. I will never forget what you did for me, even if you do not remember it.
There is a romance with Juhani, if I remember correctly. Okay. Is there something you want? How do you feel about me being Revan? You rescue me from Gormorian slavers. It does not matter to me if you are called Saito or Revan. I have sworn a life debt to you. I will stay with you till the end. And I will judge you on your actions as I see them, not on history I've never known. Okay. It's hard to talk to him. Hey, HK, let's talk.
Statement. HK-47 is ready to serve, Master.
I would like to know more about your functionality.
Statement. I know some elements of my functionality, Master, but not all.
I do love HK. HK is one of the best, especially when he starts talking about meat bags. I thought you said that removing the straining bolt would restore your memory. How can you not know parts of your functionality? Tell me what you can, then.
Qualification. I suspected that it might, Master, but without memory, I had no way of knowing whether or not I knew that was true.
So you lied to me.
Qualification. Not so much, Master. I spoke out of ignorance. I assumed the Ithorian was responsible for my memory loss. That does not mean I am not a fully loyal droid willing to serve its master. Right, Master?
How can you not know parts of your functionality? Tell me what you can, then.
Observation. I am sure you are aware of the majority of my skills, Master. I can handle various sorts of heavy weaponry with ease. My physical abilities are well above those of your average meatbag, as are my sensor functions. An assassin, if you would.
You're above your average meatbag. What? An assassin.
Caution, shh, Master. Such a function in a droid is highly illegal.
Uh-huh. I won't tell anyone.
Commentary. Good, for I would truly hate to be turned into spare scrap, Master. That would be a waste of my genius engineering. Answer. My assassination functions are currently non-functional, having been deactivated by the meatbag Yukalaka on Tatooine. Were they functional, you as my master would be able to specify a target, and I would operate independently to the best of my ability to terminate it.
Uh-huh. Is that function being used a lot? Is there any way to reactivate?
Answer. Not that I know of, Master. I still possess all my normal combat and stealth abilities, however.
Alright, is there any other way to prepare you?
Some of my motor functions can be safely repaired, Master, but anything in relation to my memory core is extremely sensitive. I have safeguards installed to protect that core that I cannot deactivate. It is not impossible that other, lesser memory functions could be restored, however.
So I can restore your memory.
You may attempt to restore portions of my deleted memory, Master, but some skill at repair is required. The deeper functions of my core memory, however, would still be unadvisable to tamper with. Conjecture. It is possible that some external stimulus might result in the memory core being reactivated, but I am unaware of any program existence to do so.
Okay, so you're saying that your memory might just come back. So how do I get about restoring your memory? Tell me what you can.
Conjecture. There may be hidden programming that awaits certain conditions to reactivate my memory core, Master, but there is no way to know. It is quite possible that tampering has simply erased my core permanently. If that is so, a meatbag will surely pay.
Alright. How do I go about restoring
Answer.
it?
Simply tell me that you wish to make the attempt, Master, and I will attempt to walk you through it. Please do be careful.
Okay.
As you desire, Master. Signing off.
Alright. Well, Candace, what do you have to say?
Yeah, what do you want?
Let's see here. Do you know anything about this world?
Korriban is a Sith world, that's for sure. I mean, just look at this place. Rumor has it that the leader of our clan at the time, Mandalore, did go down. They say the Sith performed terrible magics here. You have anything else you want to ask?
Let's see here. No.
Your choice. I'm here if you want something done right.
Alright. Let's go this way. That's supplies. Metal boxes. Let's go talk to, wait a minute, where's Jolie? Jolie? Are you in the medical bay? Ah, there you are.
Got something on your mind, do you?
Why did you decide to come with me? So what do you think of Sunray's verdict?
Innocent. I don't know what to make of it, to tell the truth. Do you think justice has been done?
Yeah, actually I do.
See, I am not so sure. If he did kill that woman, Sunray's going to have to live with that on his conscience. And if he's justified her death in his mind, well, Sunray was a good man once. I only hope that is still the case. I enjoyed his company. I don't want to talk about this anymore. My jaw aches. Got something on your mind, do you?
Yeah, let's talk about this. You know anything about it here?
Korriban's a rock. Mind the Sith. And that's about all I got to say about that. Now, let's get going.
Why did you decide to come up?
You got yourself a fast little ship. I'd forgotten what engine sounded like. The closest thing to that on Kashyyyk is an uller in mating season. Oh, frightful.
Yeah. So you wanted to ride on my
Or
ship?
it could be for the free food. What's the gunk that comes out of the synthesizer on this bucket anyway? Do you never clean the darn thing?
No, seriously, tell me.
I'm old, damn it. I'm allowed to be enigmatic when I want to be. And don't you go telling me otherwise. You know, you remind me of someone else I knew ages ago. Pleasant enough fellow, great destiny, all of that. Breath like a bantha.
Huh.
So I am. Tell you what, when you get to be my age, you can go ahead and answer any question you like to. You have my permission. Where was I? Oh, yes. Andor Vex was his name. The Force swirled around him like a hurricane. That's how great his destiny was.
Are you traveled with this man? Is this what you see around me too?
Well, it's not so much a hurricane as a slight breeze. But that doesn't mean anything. Destiny is sometimes in the eye of the beholder. Well, it turned out that poor Andor believed a wee bit too much in the infallibility of that destiny. That overconfidence turned out to be his downfall.
You're making this up.
I am not. I've no need to make things up. My poor memory and all. You just sit still and let me finish, damn it. Let's see. Oh, yes, Andor's downfall. I was pretty young myself when it happened. At the time, I thought that Andor's destiny couldn't be more boring.
Let's see here. How young are we talking?
Let's just say that I was a strapping young lad with a full head of hair, and Coruscant was a small town with a well. I was just about to abandon Andor to whatever the Force intended for him when his ship was overtaken by a Dimian warship. Now, you've probably never heard of the Dimians, but at the time they were a nasty lot led by a nastier overlord named Krat. Tall fellow, big teeth. Krat has us hauled onto the bridge of his ship for questioning, and that's when I knew that Andor's destiny was at hand.
Uh-huh. And go on.
Well, Andor decides that his destiny makes him invulnerable and starts making all sorts of demands. Free me now. I'm not answering questions. Blah, blah, blah. Don't you know who I am? Krat decides he's had enough and begins crushing Andor's neck. I told the boy he should have kept his mouth shut. I think he agreed, too. Those could have just been gurgling noises. No, well, anyway. Finally, Krat has enough of Andor and tosses him aside into this giant energy intake shaft. Andor gets sucked in and starts bouncing around, screaming. Maybe Andor hit something sensitive on the way down, or just didn't agree with the reactor core. Next thing I know, all the ship's alarms are ringing.
Ah.
Everyone panics, and I run, barely making it to the ship in time before the explosion. Krat dies horribly, and the Dimians never quite recovered. Changed the political course of the entire sector for centuries to come. I'd call that quite a destiny, wouldn't you?
I hate you, old man. But how can you even be sure Andor was responsible? And what does that have with you coming to with me?
What? Are you kidding? What are the odds of that happening anyway? 1,000,000,000 to 1? You should do so well as to be sucked into the engine of some evil Sith Lord, you know. Andor was a hero. Sort of. Anyway, go on. My throat is dry and you're making me cranky. Shoo!
Alright, fine. We'll go. Alright, so let's go ahead and get the block out of here. I wish I had come here before I went to Manan. I should have gone to Manan. Add HK. Do I want to add him? Add Johanny. All right, here we go. Yep. Alrighty then. Okay. All right. Alright, let's see. Is there anything here for that? Universal computer interface. You said that, and all I could think of was Ace Ventura. Yeah. Alrighty then. That's pretty much where I got that from. Let's go ahead and use that. And we'll use that. And he's equipped with that. Oh, 1 to 8, threat 19 to 20 by times 2. Mandalorian Ripper. One to 6. 1 to 8. 1 to 8. Alright, we're going to go with the Mandalorian Assault Rifle. Alright. Alright. Oh, we have to... Oh, that's right. We have to... Nope, he's up to date.
Yes?
Alright.
Chibedwana ni bobo. Tonk nabung shanun yang. Tonk patogas maktelia.
How do you know I'm a Jedi? You're wrong, I'm no Jedi. Come here often?
Kachichu aitha haudunga. Inkin kuno bamulira chikun. Slima podonna. Rundi haudunga kun hunkabi. Takum justak miki grabel mogo. Kachichu aitha haudunga. Tulpada bonk molya gando danago chuchut. Moga shampunkpa. Bolawana chikni. Bamul slik mo podana wanga kun bist mulira best. Chibedwana ni bobo.
You would get into the county for certain.
Shanun yang. Tonk patogas maktelia.
Alright. So I imagine.
Kuya mi juz kachita. Naipatoga ya fulki. Kukula jiti. Kawana bota aayut tagwa. Kankidorati kun mwatati mana itabola. Ui, itanadana yitya. Kunti chani.
Only 25 credits. Nice.
Patogas maktelia.
Let's see if we can actually persuade him. Actually, you know the Evan Hunt. Weekly basis.
Tonk kimba na konkek. Tung ting tachun kun nek mulira best.
Not really.
Kuya mi juz
Success.
kachita. Naipatoga ya fulki. Kukula jiti. Kawana bota aayut tagwa. Kankidorati kun mwatati mana itabola.
Okay. I'll be on my way.
Pangpa. Inkin kun no ba mulri rachikun.
Your way to the door, to the quarter. There. Okay.
No, that is the wrong answer. Again, you pathetic hopefuls can't possibly all be this stupid, can you?
Watawama mulira kin kunjo peshak. No ba muliraji.
All right.
Yun turungchi we itadia.
Don't do anything to get into the academy.
I'm no master yet, but I like the sound of that. All right, one more question. A lot of you is trying my patience. All right, let's say you become a Sith and I am your commanding officer. I give you an order to spare the life of an enemy. Do you do it?
Oh, of course, Shaldan. Anything you command us.
We would never oppose you.
No, no, no. Do you honestly believe that the Sith are in need of such sniveling cowards? Mercy is a weakness. If your leader shows weakness, it is your duty to kill him and show true authority, true power. That is why the Sith are strong.
We understand now.
You don't understand, and you probably never will. You wouldn't survive 5 seconds in the academy. The other students would tear you apart. Bah, I can't be bothered with fools. Perhaps I should... You, Jedi, you're looking to get into the academy, are you not? Well, of course you are. Why else would you be here? Let me pose a question to you. These hopefuls will never survive in the academy. A lesson must be taught here, but I am at a loss as to what form it should take.
Advisement. Evisceration works well. Electrocution and blood trauma also work well. I understand.
I wasn't talking to you. I'm thinking to spare them the effort of being killed and do it myself. Perhaps I shall turn their skin inside out. Or force lightning. Yes, it's a most impressive display. Or perhaps a bit of humiliation is in order. I could easily strip off their tunics and make them run through the colony. Or they could lose all control of their bodily functions. What do you think? I just can't seem to decide.
Why, what did they do? You can't just kill them. Why are you asking me? What did they do?
We didn't do anything. Please, help us.
Silence! It's not what they did so much as what they didn't do, which is prove themselves worthy. I'm exhausted from dealing with their mulings, so please decide for me, will you?
Let them go. That's my decision. Kill them. I don't care. I think humiliation would be enough. Perhaps just scare them a little.
You do? Perhaps having a bunch of hopefuls soiling themselves would be somewhat amusing. Let's see, shall we?
I got dark side points for that. I don't care. Here I go. Okay. Let's talk to Bree. Did you win the swoop Bree summon on? Yes, I did. Something suited to a celebrity. Hype, thank you very much for your host. I do so very much appreciate it. What sort of merchandise do you offer? Weapons, mostly. Got connections. Alright, what sort of connections? Can I see your merchandise? Not right now. What sort of connections? I've just been busy today. Oh, let's see here. Let's see your merchandise. How many pull up, punch up the stock? Alright. Both and Shrieker. The other thing.
I'm just here on one of Zerka's transports. I don't have no business with you.
Look here, my dear friends. We have some newcomers to the colony, led by a Jedi, no less. I don't believe I've seen any of them before, have you?
I hate Jedi, and these fallen ones are worse. They always get into the academy, and they think they're better than the rest of us.
Looks pretty fresh to me, Lashao.
That's what I thought. Well, stranger, I don't know whether you're aware of this or not, but here on Korriban, the Sith do as they please. And we are Sith. Quite literally, whether you live or die depends upon our whim. What do you think of that?
I don't think there's any need for hostilities. You try to kill me, you'd fail, by the way. I think that's a lot of responsibility for simple scum like you.
Commentary. That's the way to tell the meatbags, Master. Charging weapons just in case. This should be fun.
Those are very brave words for such an insignificant person.
Uh-huh.
Do you not realize how many Sith are here in Dresde?
Let me kill this one last show. Let me do it.
Now, let's not be hasty. Perhaps our friend here could yet offer up some amusement. What do you say? Amuse us. Make us laugh.
Oh, crap.
And we might just consider allowing you to live.
I literally had the mouse drift over and off the screen, and I right-clicked. It's like, oh, great. How do you know who I am? I'm Darth Revan. Watch your tongue, I'll rip it out. I'm not looking for trouble. I'm not here to amuse you. Be careful, you might be heading for more trouble than you can handle. If you really want to fight, just make the first move. It'll be your last. Okay, these two Mandalorians are out in the woods. Please don't hurt me. I don't want to fight.
Go on.
One of them collapses. He doesn't seem to be breathing. His eyes are glazed. The other Mandalorian takes out his communicator, contacts his commander.
I've heard this one before. I think...
Quiet!
He guessed. My partner has collapsed. I don't know what to do. The moment the commander responds, calm down, I can help.
And then?
First, let's make sure your partner is dead. With this, then there is a silence. Then a blaster shot in the back can be heard. Communicator on the Mandalorian says, okay, now what?
Ha! Too funny.
Good one.
Yes, I suppose that wasn't too bad. All right then, my friend. You've done as you were asked. Perhaps we will meet again.
Okay. Damn it, I did it again. Ah. I hate it when I do that. Alright, what's over here? Zerka representative.
Greetings. You've heard of that awful business on Idian, yes? Our corporate outpost there has been destroyed by the Wookiee savages. This could put back the use of Wookiee labor considerably. We may even have to abandon the planet completely. Well, what can you do? Sorry. Was there something you needed?
Let's see here. What does Zerka do on Korriban?
We do some mining here, and are responsible for local shipping and support of the Sith on Korriban. Our starport is mostly just freighters and such. But we do get many travelers that come here to learn from the Sith. I must say, Zerka is in need of droids right now. That's a mighty fine-looking one you have there.
Objection. This unit is not for sale, meatbag.
Yes, of course. No offense meant. Touchy, isn't it? This office is actually our administrative headquarters for this region. Rather inauspicious, isn't it? We offer good prices here to those traders that keep the colony supplied. If you're in need of anything, this is the place to come.
Okay. What's up with the colony?
There truly isn't much to tell, citizen. Dresde was established by the Sith, and we arrived to take advantage of some of the planet's mineral wealth. The only thing that's really unusual about Dresde, I suppose, is that the Sith built their academy on the east side of the colony. You don't find those just anywhere.
What do you know about the academy?
Not much. The Sith are a rather secretive lot, and they don't allow many into the academy. I hear they claim that Korriban was inhabited long ago by other Sith, but no one really knows if that's true. The planet is certainly uninhabited outside of Dresde, and always has been.
Okay. Who's allowed in?
Only prospective students. We get many who come here each year hoping to get picked. Many are simply considered too weak, I'm afraid. I understand there is one main person amongst the Sith who decides which students are worthy. Korriban, I believe her name is.
Okay. Folks, I have to stand up and move around. My back is acting up just a little bit, but when I come back, I'm going to put something behind it so I can sit back. So I'll be right back, and here's a message from another big guy.
I'll be back.
All right, folks, I'm back. Let's find out where this Yuthra is.
Other than in the academy itself, I'm sorry, I don't know. Do come again.
Okay.
I've had 2 friends killed by the Sith already. It must be some kind of test. I'll survive and make it into the academy. I know it.
I just need to get up, walk a little bit, and that actually helped pop my back. I put my back support in my chair. I got myself some pineapple and some oatmeal raisin cookies. Nope, nothing there. Yes, cookies. I saw you disembarking earlier. Who wants to know? Shipment for a month. So let's finish this. Let's see here. You obviously have me mistaken for someone else. Hand over. What are you talking about? Davik's dead, I presume. What business is of yours? Abbot Hawk is mine now. I don't really care what happens to Davik or how you got the ship. I'm interested in something else. Spice.
Noba mulirati lai kunka, kan nibora tong chitsa. Chesko yohaba kaba nopi to ula. Nekaba dubaka, patisa, patisa. Kon mulis limo poi wanga kun biskin. Chi itakanki changa kilikon.
I may have. How much is it worth to you?
Penki.
1,000 credits, perhaps more. If you're interested, what do you say to that? I could look for it. Alright. But even better than cookies, to be honest, is good fresh pineapple. Alright, let's see what's in here. Greetings, Antient. You are the owner of Ebonhawk, yes? I'm honored to meet you. Owner of Ebonhawk is always welcome. You know something about the Ebonhawk?
Patisa, patisa. Kon mulis limo poi wanga kun biskin. Chi itakanki changa kilikon. Uba baska duana chichopa muska. Kinba nikcha lora kun. Iyuma batmalyaw no wish. Kakincha nawabagaon. Kun muliras limo poi wanga.
Some work for the exchange.
Patoga yakuli kokala Gigi. Tinkuin ko ka, tanghit wana ji sarkat agi inko tune, chunamuli.
Better than Sith. Wow. That's really chancy. What do you know about the Sith Academy?
Diskadosoki, kopa bono nakachu, labora na winki smaktoma, kuyami jusku chitanai, uchua penki, topa na oto vokasa, yubabato kanchi, yatuka ulan. Tong hit wama aki inkotune, or tong hi wama ji aki inkotun, tong pa no kun, no nek, chiwi aita ka chong chicha, ki mulira kun king, king ba no kun nik dorcha.
Okay. Let me collect this energy real quick. Check this real quick. Checking something. I just got a text trying to see what's going on.
Aye, aye, Captain. Commander. Something.
Oh, we're doing okay. All right. Let's see here. Do you know anything about a star map? Very old. Perhaps someone you know some of the ruins.
Patisa, patisa. Kon mulis limo poi wanga kun biskin. Chi itakanki changa kilikon.
Okay, what can you tell me about their excavations? What do you know about the Ebonhawk? We've already asked. Anything interesting going on here?
Kuyami jusku chitanai. Uchua penki. Topa na oto vokasa. Yubabato kanchi. Yatuka ulan. Chiwa aita kang kicha na jupornibo.
Oh, for they and their academy were not present here. But I do not. That's all for now. All right. There's a crate. Parts, credits, and a repair kit. I'll take them. Let's go back to Ebon Hawk. Let's see what's going on. He might actually have something. Uh-oh. A word, if I may, concerns the Dark Lord of the Sith. You mean Malik? I am the Dark Lord of the Sith. Who are you? You mean Malik? The true Lord of the Sith. I'm speaking of Darth Revan, of you. Who are you? If you tell anyone who I am, I kill you. Who are you? Okay. Alright. You're with the exchange. Okay. Transaction involved. Those represent the exchange. Okay. We were reluctant to approach you. No ties to exchange. That's a problem. You were a Jedi, not the sort of person you would normally associate with. Why are you approaching me now? You tricked my ship. Okay. Sources? What sources? Easy credits, huh? Your escapades on Leviathan created quite a stir in the fleet. But even if security footage is destroyed, witnesses silenced, some bits of information always slip through. It's been enough credits. Gather the tiny pieces. It becomes clear. Okay. How does this involve you? Okay. Using powerful weapons, always a good thing. If you got the credits to buy them. Gadoran. Let's check it out. I guess my work here is done. Don't forget who helped you. Okay. Let's see if this cylinder or whatnot is on the ship. Okay. Okay. Now unlocked. Spice. Got the spice. I got the spice. I've got the spice. Okay. Well, we go with HK and Johanny. All right. Let's see what else is going on. This should be interesting. Spice up your life. Yeah. Gotta love drugs. All right. Alright, so we get this guy. Alright, well, I'll be here. Oh, do you have the spice? Yes, I do. Not yet. I'm going to look for it. I decided I don't want to get involved. Persuade, I don't work for Matt. I want more. I have 2,000. Persuade. Maybe tell me more. Hi, Maya. I understand, Maya. Not a problem. I appreciate the lurk. Okay. Make it 3,000. We have a deal.
Tung abashun ni chunchi kakincha nawabagaon nekaba dubaka patisa con mulislimo poiwanga con liski.
Where can I find Mala?
Nekaba dubaka patisa con mulislimo poiwanga con liskin chi itakanki changa kilikon.
Fat as he is. Alright, I'll do it.
Tong hitwama ag inkotune. Potong hitwama ji aki inkotun. Tong panokun nonek.
Do not open the box.
Chaubaso. Gino molirani bubo.
Thank you. Nice. Hi, Mika.
Uchua penki, tong itwama ji human act in ikatune, chi itakanki chana kilikon, chiwa itakanki chaubaso, Gino molirani bubo, tong kimba, noko nexag.
Zigguram sells you sell special things.
Jiskadosoki, kopa bono nakachu, labora na winki smaktoma, kuyami jusku chitanai, uchua penki.
Always affiliated with the exchange.
Aita kanki cha na chupornibo, kun mulira slimo poiwanga, tang itwama ji human.
I'm not who you think I am. I'm not Revan anymore. I'm glad you've seen the light. What kinds of things do you have for sale?
Kimba ni chalora kun. Tung abashun ni chunchi, kakin cha nawabagaon. Changwaba chinchiska dosoki, kopa bono nakachu, labora na winki smaktoma, kuyami jusku chitanai, uchua penki, topa na
against your old apprentice. Ah, damn it. Hate it when this does that. Oh, let's see here. Let's see the... No. Alright. Let me see your premium items. Let's see, what do you have? Life support pack. Verpine fiber mesh. Oh, that's nice. Jurgen's Kaltus power suit. Dominator gauntlets. Bazak cards. Uh-huh. Okay. So, we have this all. Let's go on out.
You are neither a Sith, nor do you bear the medallion of a student of this facility. Please, leave at once.
Persuade, I am Darth Revan. I was Lord of the Sith. Let me in. How do I become a Sith then? What's the medallion you mentioned? I need to get inside. I need to speak with the Master of the Academy. Well, what's this medallion?
It is the device given to one who has been accepted into the Academy, but has not yet proved their worth as a student. If one of the Sith decides you are worthy, you will be given one, which you must then take to Korriban, who I believe is in the cantina. It is she who decides which hopefuls enter the Academy.
I need to get inside. I have been sent to speak with the Master of the Academy.
No one gets inside,
Damn it.
citizen. Messages and deliveries must be relayed through official Sith channels only. You must be admitted to the Academy. That decision must be made by a Sith who has already been accepted here. The final decision, however, remains with Master Yuthura. I believe she is currently at the cantina if you wish to seek her out. Now go.
All right. We'll go on back after we check out this footlocker over here and this mailbox over here. Okay, here we go. Going on in. Oh, there you are. Hello.
Is there something you need, Jedi? Make it good, for I have little patience.
What did you call me?
You think me a fool? You think I do not recognize a lightsaber when I see it? You are far from the first Jedi who has come here after all, willing to abandon that decrepit order of yours.
Uh-huh.
I am. Obviously, you have been told of me. Is it your desire, then, to train at the Academy? Do you wish to become a Sith human?
And what if I said I was already a Sith? Why would I want to join the Sith? Maybe I haven't given much thought. No, I would never join the Sith. Yes, that's exactly why I'm here.
Ah, so you are just another hopeful after all. Or are you? There is something odd about you that I cannot place. Obviously, you are a Jedi. One who is very strong in the Force, it seems. So were you a part of the Order for very long? Did they train you?
I don't say yes, but only very little. What's the difference?
As I thought. How interesting that they would let one with such power out of their grasp. Or are you here to spy on us? For all the good it would do. With that kind of power, you could become a great Sith. Perhaps, if I let you. Does that interest you?
Persuade lie, yes, it does. I wish to become Sith.
Ah, good. Exactly the sort of answer I was hoping for. I will take you to the Academy, and we shall see if you are ready to join the ranks of the Sith. I have only one other question. These companions of yours, they will not be coming with you, I presume?
They're slaves. Do not worry about them.
Yes. Yes. We are only servants to the Master.
There's something odd about this servant of yours. No matter. Make sure they don't disturb your training or cause trouble. You are responsible for them. Now, are you ready to go to the Academy?
Yes.
Then let us leave. The Master of the Academy awaits you.
All right. This should be interesting.
Greetings, prospective students. It appears we have a late entry. Who do you bring before me, Yuthura? A young human bristling with the Force?
A human that has had some training, it seems, Master Uthar. Very promising, I think.
That I'll judge for myself, thank you. Tell me, human, what do you know of the ways of the Sith? What preconceptions has your mind been polluted with?
I know more about the Sith than you. I've just forgotten. I know the Sith are powerful, a force to be reckoned with. Sith are evil and have surrendered themselves to the temptation and corruption of their power. Sith do not want to pay heed. There we go.
A diplomatic answer, if not the core of the matter. Our power is obvious. The question in truth goes much deeper than the surface. The Jedi equate the light with goodness and strength, and the dark with weakness and evil. That is their tradition, and it is truly no surprise that they cling to it for comfort. We, however, do not treat the Force as a burden. We treat it as a gift, a thing to be celebrated. We use it to acquire power over others. And why should we not? Because the Jedi say we should not. We are as the Force is meant to be. The Jedi would hide that from you. They would tell you the dark side is too quick, too easy, all so that they need never challenge the passions that lie within them. Joining with us means realizing your true potential. It means not stifling yourself solely for the sake of hidebound shamans and their antiquated notion of order. Be what you were meant to be. What say you, Lasho? Are you ready to learn the secrets of the dark side? Dare you?
I dare, Master Uthar. I am ready.
Brash and fiery, as expected. Turn that passion to your advantage, child. What of you, Meekle? Are you ready?
I am, Master. More than ready.
I sense much anger within you, young one. That is good. That will provide you power. And Shardan, what of you?
I am always ready.
I see. You had best gather your wits for the trial ahead, boy, or you will not last. And you, young human, does this interest you? Are you ready to learn more of what I speak?
And what of my companions? I am ready to learn more. I don't know. Power without consideration of morality is weakness.
Are you? I can see into your heart, young human, and I see the dark kernel that is there. If it is ready to sprout, remains to be seen. Now then, all of you 5 recruits have shown a degree of facility with the Force. You all have the potential to become true Sith. Only one of you, however, will succeed. The one who succeeds will be admitted to the Academy as a full Sith. All others must wait until next year and try again, if you survive. My pupil, Euthura, shall be your teacher and master while you attempt to prove yourselves. Heed her words.
As Master Uthar said, none of you are true Sith yet. For that to occur, one of you must do enough of worth, gain enough prestige, to be selected. What is an act of worth? You must learn that for yourselves. Remember that you are competitors here. Fight for your destiny, or go home.
If you wish to gain a lead over your competitors, the first of you to learn the code of the Sith and tell me of it will be rewarded. The rest is for you to discover. Welcome to the dark side, my children. Your one chance at true greatness lies here.
Okay. Dark Jedi Knight robe. What am I wearing? I'm wearing Dark Jedi Knight robe.
Ah, there you are. My favorite prospect for the year.
Your favorite?
Absolutely. By my estimation, you are far more likely to achieve the prestige necessary to join the Sith than any of the others. As a matter of fact, I am so certain of that I'm willing to offer you an opportunity of the once-in-a-lifetime variety. Would you like to hear it?
Absolutely.
Good. I do so adore someone who's willing to take a chance. As I said, you're no doubt going to be the one whom Uthar chooses to become a Sith. With my help, of course. Once that occurs, he will take you into the Valley of the Dark Lords to the tomb of Naga Sado to administer the final test. There you and I will be alone with him. The perfect time to, shall we say, arrange for a change in the Academy's leadership.
I see.
The tomb is an ancient ruin on the surface that was visited years ago by Darth Revan and Darth Malak. They discovered a star map there of great importance. Reaching that map, as they did, is part of the final test. At any rate, it is not the tomb that is important. That Uthar will be alone is what is important.
Okay. Let's see here. Let me make sure. Let's see here. At any rate, the tomb is important. You want me to kill him?
Is that such a daunting prospect? It is not as if I am asking you to perform the task alone, or as if you will get nothing out of it. Master Uthar cannot prevail against us both. That's all there is to it. It is a very simple matter.
Search Footwalker, your right side of the room. So yeah, from here, she offers you to get more prestige, which is vital. She'll give you information that don't follow orders. She'll recite the entire Sith code for you and even answer your questions with the detailed information on what each line of the code means. She'll give you more information as well, which will be covered in full. Okay. She might talk a lot, but she has a lot of useful information that surely will help you on your quest. Pupil against master. Sounds familiar. And what's your part in this? How do I know this isn't some kind of test? Well, very well, I agree.
And so it should. It is central to our beliefs. It is my responsibility to replace my master when I am strong enough. I'm so glad you see it my way. I will begin to make preparations for your final test. Your only worry now is to get there. Don't disappoint me.
Okay. Tell me about the Code of the Sith.
I can help you understand it. Would you like to hear it? Peace is a lie. There is only passion. Through passion, I gain strength. Through strength, I gain power. Through power, I gain victory. Through victory, my chains are broken. The Force shall free me. Simple words, yet easily misunderstood. Would you care for me to explain anything?
Alright, peace is a lie.
The Jedi would have you believe that peace is a desirable goal. That peace of the spirit is the way the Force is mastered. That a lack of conflict betters man. We know different. It is our passion, our hate, and our desire that fuels the Force. It is conflict that improves the lot of civilization and single being both. Conflict forces one to better oneself. It forces change, growth, adaptation, evolution, or death. These are not our laws, but the universe's. Without conflict, you have only stagnation.
Okay, so passion, I gain strength.
What fuels your power with the Force but your passion? The stronger, darker emotions. Anger, hatred, fear. These passions empower us.
I like how she's written. What about love?
Love is more dangerous than all those things. Love leads to anger and hatred more often than not. But it also leads to mercy, which is far worse. That, however, is a lesson for another time.
All right. Seems awfully negative, passions. I see.
It is our goal to be stronger, to achieve our potential and not rest upon our laurels. We are the seekers, not the shepherds.
Okay. All right, let's see here. So, through strength, I gain power.
The stronger you become in the Force, the more power you will achieve. But always must you fight for your power. Without strife, your victory has no meaning. Without strife, you do not advance. Without strife, there is only stagnation.
Fair enough. Through power, I gain victory.
How many sorts of victories can you imagine? Peaceful victory, victory by sacrifice, a truce, an achievement. Unless the victory is achieved by demonstrating that your power is superior, it is only an illusion, temporary at best. We seek more.
All right, and through victory, my chains are broken.
This has been argued over, and often. The chains represent our restrictions, both those placed upon us and those we place upon ourselves. Ultimately, the goal of any Sith is to free herself from such restrictions. In a way, it is so we may do whatever we wish, but it is much more than that. One who has freed themselves from all restrictions has reached perfection, their potential fulfilled. Perfect strength, perfect power, perfect destiny. Imagine it. That is our ideal, at any rate. It is said in Sith legend that the Sithari, the perfect being, will one day lead us. But perhaps that is just a legend.
Okay, I'm going to stop here for a moment. I'm going to talk about this. The Sithari. Basically, the idea is that this is about the Chosen One. In the prequels, you hear about the Chosen One for the Jedi is supposed to be Anakin. Well, the Sithari is basically the same thing. So in this time frame, there are multiple Sith, not just two. So you can look at Anakin as the Chosen One, but honestly, is he the Chosen One to unite the Jedi against their common cause? Or is it to fracture the Jedi and make everything equivalent? So you could say, not if you just take the prequels into evidence, not anything but the prequels, you could say Anakin was the Chosen One because he actually came in and destroyed the Jedi to the point that there were two, Obi-Wan and Yoda. At the same time, he became Darth Vader, and Palpatine was, of course, Darth Sidious. So there was two Jedi and two Sith, one Grandmaster apiece. So, honestly, I'll say this. The Sithari could be considered Anakin, because Anakin kind of leads the Sith. But then again, the Sithari is talked about more in the aspect of leading the thousands of Sith into battle, and not otherwise. Now, in the books, The Path to Destruction and all of that, those Drew Karpyshyn's books, they end up with, how to put it, they end up talking about Darth Bane being the Sithari. So Darth Bane is after this there. So this time frame, let's set this time frame about 0. You have wait a minute. Yeah, this time frame is about 0. Then you have about 20 or 30 years before Merrick Butcher comes back, and she can finish planting their garden and so on and so forth. But you also find out that the woman or man who is in the sphere is or is not the Sith, the Sithari, because the Sithari basically is somebody who has mastered both sides to an extent. Should be interesting to see how that comes around. So let's see. You don't think the Sithari can exist?
I wonder what that being would be like. The legends say the Sithari will destroy us and make us stronger than ever. But perhaps that is just a legend. Perfection is a goal, I think, rather than a state of being. The Jedi would argue that, no doubt.
So she says that perhaps the Sithari will come and destroy us. Well, Darth Bane came and destroyed the Sith. And in the process, he, of course, did certain things and so on and so forth. But honestly, I think that they really did a good job in capturing Drew Karpyshyn. I mean, Drew Karpyshyn did a great job in capturing somebody to actually play. So, honestly, it's interesting. All right, so let's talk about The Force Shall Free Me.
The Force is our servant and our master, our teacher and our companion, a weapon and a tool. Know it, and you know the universe. Master it, and you master the universe. Strive for perfection, and the Force shall reward you.
All right, I think I got it.
I am not surprised. The Force is strong with you. Master it, and it shall serve you well.
All right, so how do I get more prestige?
You must impress Master Uthar. Go to him with news of your deeds, or artifacts you have discovered. The Code of the Sith is the easiest way to start. I have told you all that you need to know of it already. There are a group of students who refused an order by Master Uthar to execute a group of civilians in the colony. Uthar declared that they were to be executed themselves, but the students escaped and fled before the order could be carried out. We are certain that they have not left Korriban. No doubt they have not gotten far and are simply in hiding. We just do not know where exactly. If you were to locate them and carry out Uthar's order, I am sure he would be most appreciative. Shall I go on?
Yes, go on.
I would suggest you talk to the other prospective Sith and find one you can gain an advantage with. I believe Lasho would be an excellent choice. She is too trusting. I have little doubt you could talk her into letting you help her somehow. Just make sure it is you who gains the advantage, not her. Be ruthless if you must. That is the only thing that will impress Uthar. The only other idea I can suggest to you is that you head into the Valley of the Dark Lords on the surface. There are ancient ruins there which can be explored. It's possible you might find some artifacts or information in them which would please Uthar. It's difficult to say for certain.
All right. Let's see here. So, tell me about Darth Revan.
Revan? You mean Darth Malak's former master?
Yeah, that's the one.
Very little. I never met him personally, though I heard he was a very powerful man. Very charismatic. In the end, Revan was outshone by his pupil. Such is the way of the Sith. Why? Is this dead man of importance to you?
Let's see here. You mentioned that Revan came here before?
Both Revan and Malak came to Korriban when they discovered the tomb of Nagasado. That was before my time.
Okay. All right.
Fair enough.
Let's see here.
About myself. I'm originally from Sleheyron, if you must know. I was a slave to a cruel master, Omish the Hutt. I'm sure you don't need to know more.
All right. I shall be going.
You have had an excellent start. Go, gain more prestige.
Woo, we got some. All right. Let us see here. Oh, apparently she does have something more to talk about.
What do you wish?
You mentioned you're from Slahira.
I did. I also said that you didn't need to know more. Why are you asking?
Persuade. I would like to know more about you, that's all.
I see. Very well. I suppose there's no harm in the tale. As I said, I was originally a slave to one of the Hutts. The Hutts control everything on Slahiran, and a slave is nothing to them. I was determined not to be nothing. One night when the drunken worm had me alone in his chambers, I stabbed him and escaped the compound. I stole onto a cargo ship and was not discovered by the crew until they reached the next system. They left me for dead on a desolate planetoid, alone. But that was fine by me. I was glad to be anywhere other than Slahiran. It was not luck that I was eventually rescued, of course. The Force was strong with me, though I didn't know that at the time. Not until the Jedi told me, that is.
Jedi?
I'd rather not discuss it. Perhaps another time. Is there something else you needed?
Alright, nope, that's it.
I hope to see you again.
You will. You will. Go north to the horizontal corridor ahead, swing left, and then left again. So swing left, go left again.
I remember you from the colony. You seem all right, though you'll not win the right to train before me.
Alright, let's see here. Shows the girl you met when you first landed, who gave you a hard time. You talk after approaching her. She'll initially be just as snobbish and rude. Talk to her a bit so she's confident. She'll win favor of Uther, and you'll find out that she found an ancient... talk to her a bit. Let's see here. You're trying to become a Sith as well.
Just figured that out, did you? It just so happens that I have a surefire way of pulling ahead in this little contest of ours. You don't really have a chance.
Let's see here. Perhaps we could work together.
I suppose I could use some help. The artifact I know of certainly won't be easy to take. But why should I work with you?
Persuade. I've always wanted to work with a beautiful woman. Persuade, because together we'd be unbeatable.
You make a decent case. I suppose it's possible that Master Uthar could award both of us prestige. We'd be ahead of the others, for sure. I want something out of this first, however. I want you to tell me about some lead you have for where I could find more prestige.
Lie. There's powerful Sith cloak in the furthest tomb in the valley. There are some renegades hiding on the surface where Master Uthar once killed. But I don't know any leads. Forget it. I'm not giving you any leads. Let's see here. Okay.
Oh, I hadn't heard about that. Fair enough. I will have to look into it. You've given me a lead, so I'll let you in on my plan.
There we
go. The artifact that I've discovered is an ancient Jedi holocron. Unfortunately, the holocron lies in the gullet of a Tukata mother. I can arrange for us to meet her, but you're going to have to help me in putting her down. That makes sense to you? Go into the valley when you're prepared enough. I'll be amongst the central pillars near the north end.
All right. Why do you think it's so important?
Because it probably contains secrets from the time when the Sith ruins on this planet first existed. You don't think that Master Uthal would find that impressive?
I shall see you there.
Remember, the central pillar's in the valley. I'll be waiting, so don't take too long.
Okay. Alright, so before we do much else, we need to save. Alright, so now we're saving. Alright, Nightshade, thank you very much for dropping by. Please don't take this the wrong way, but I need to stand up and stretch a little bit. I can tell you specifically there's a few things up, but just like the man says,
I'll be back.
Okay, I'm back. Alright. Alright. Well, let's take a look. Nothing there. Nothing there. Is this the right way? Not to there. Let's see here. Where does this lead me to? There's the door to the valley. That's where we're going. No. Yes.
That hurt out there. What?
Alright, we got rid of them. Okay. Could certainly come across some enemies in the area, flying bats and the like, and provide you a challenge. Shouldn't be too much of a problem to handle in the least bit. When you work your way through the end of this linear pathway, it'll open up into the valley itself. Ahead of you will be the pillars Lasho spoke of. When you talk to in the Sith Academy, you'll find her at the very top of the valley to the right. Alright, so we're going to go in. Here we go. Sith Guard. Archaeologist. Lasho.
There you are, finally. If you were any later in showing up, we would have had to abandon this. I've been calling to the Takata mother in their language. She should respond fairly... Ah, here she comes now.
All right. Tukatas.
Get ready. This will not be easy. She's a tough beast. Wonderful. The beast is dead. We work better together than I would have hoped.
Uh-huh.
And here is the holocron. Such a small thing to be so valuable and require so much effort to obtain. I'll just run along now and give this to Master Uthar. I'll be sure to tell him of your contribution, naturally.
Wait a minute. Okay. Cutscene will ensue. She's in the middle of calling to the beast. Carries the holocron she needs, but as she speaks, the beast draws near. She'll give it there, giving you credit. Although this will bring you down to the dark side, which might be what you're aiming for. The entire point of these side quests here are beginning prestige points with the Sith leader. And you can badmouth her and eventually fight her, slay her, and make sure to search her body with the holocron. Okay. Let's see here. And how can I be sure of that? Wait, we'll go to them together. No way, I'll be taking the holocron. I suppose that's alright.
You're the one that convinced me to go through with this plan. Why wouldn't I see it through?
Hey. We'll just go together.
Forget it. I'm not waiting up for you. That wasn't our plan anyway.
You're going to betray me, I know it.
Back off. I'm warning you. I'm not giving this up. Over my dead body.
You're right.
For the Sith!
There we go.
Yes. What is it?
Nothing right now.
Of course. I will assist you as I am able.
There we go. Verpine headband. Holocron. Alright. Won't make him mad. Alright, let's go back. We need to turn this holocron in. Pardon me. Alright, so they're leveled up. I remember doing this so many years ago. I remember playing this when it first came out. Juhani, you're late. All right. So guys, if you have any questions on Star Wars, or really anything in particular, you're more than welcome to ask. You don't have to be quiet and listen and watch me play. I'm more than happy to have a conversation with you. I'll even stop gameplay to talk with you.
Greetings, young one. You have much to do yet. You have gained little prestige. You will have to work quickly if you hope to best the others.
Let's see here. I want to know more about you. Let's see here. I have something to tell you about Uthara. I know the code of the Sith. I found a Jedi holocron.
I had heard that such an artifact existed. Tell me, young one, did you acquire the device by yourself?
No.
So I see. And Lasho, does she yet live?
No.
Well done. You gained an artifact through trickery and eliminated an opponent at the same time. That is deserving of great prestige. Go now. You have done well, but you have not impressed me enough to declare you the victor. I have matters to attend to.
Okay. All right, I know the code of the Sith.
Then finish the code as I speak it. Peace is a lie. That is only...
passion.
Through passion, I gain...
strength.
Through strength, I gain...
power.
Through power, I gain...
victory.
Through victory...
my chains are broken.
The Force shall free me. Yes, good. You have indeed learned the code of the Sith. Speaking the words and knowing the words are, however, two different things. Tell me then, true or false, victory by any means is desirable.
Let's see here. True.
False. Unless victory proves your superiority.
I forgot that.
It is an illusion. It is temporary. Sadly, it seems you did not understand the code as well as I thought. Very well. You have impressed me. Definitely a good start.
Damn it.
Greetings, young one. Then finish the piece.
There's only passion.
Through passion, I gain...
strength.
Through strength, I gain...
power.
Through power, I gain...
victory.
Through victory...
my chains are broken.
The Force shall... yes. Good. Tell me then, true or false?
False.
Well done. I will test you no more. You know the code. Very impressive. Go now. You have done well, but you have not impressed me enough to declare you the victor. I have matters to attend to.
Okay.
You have gained considerable prestige. You are very close to the end. Do not falter now.
All right. She'll tell you, if you ask, about a few students who have wandered into a cave. In order to save their own hides. Alright. Let's go back and talk to Uthara.
I understand you managed to kill Lasho. Well done. She was devious, but I knew her trust could be turned against her. One less opponent is an excellent result, regardless of how it occurs, correct? Now then, something you needed.
Yeah. Alright, let's see here.
I have been involved in the work there over the last couple of years,
Let's
but not
see
often.
if we can find more about it.
Most of the excavating is left to the students. What did you wish to know?
Let's see here. Why are the Sith so interested in those ruins?
We could learn much about the history of the ancient Sith, why they were on Korriban and why they left. Perhaps we could learn more about the origin of the Force itself. With that knowledge could come great power.
Is there any way into Naga Sadow?
Not unless you are accompanied by Master Uthar. No, it is strictly forbidden. And I truly doubt you could bypass the doors to the tomb with anything less than ship blasters. Even then, perhaps.
Okay. No other way?
None. I do not even know how Master Uthar gains entrance, to tell the truth. Though I look forward to discovering that fact. I have searched many times, so do not bother. There is no other way. Do not fret, however. Simply get the prestige you need, and you will see the tomb soon enough.
All right, let's
As you
go.
wish.
Let's see here. How do I get more prestige?
You must impress Master... The rebel students I told you about must still be found and dealt with. Master Uthar would be greatly impressed by their deaths, I am sure. The only other idea I can suggest to you is that you head into the Valley of the Dark Lords on the surface. There are ancient ruins there which can be explored. It's possible you might find some artifacts or information in them which would please Uthar. It's difficult to say for certain.
Okay, I want to know more about these ruins.
I hope to see you again.
All right. Let's see here. Frodo T. Baggins, thank you very much for that, host. I do so hope you are having a good evening and that you have a good sleep when you get a chance for it. Thank you for dropping by. How is your evening going? Alright, so we're going to go on out and seek these 3 students. I do want to remind you guys about this coming Thursday being Batman Arkham Origins at 6 p.m. Eastern, and this coming Sunday being Dragon Age Inquisition, which within the first hour, I am pretty sure we will be starting our run on the next main objective in the storyline. So if you want to see that storyline progress, by all means, please make sure you're there as early as possible. At work, got to go home, go right to bed. I understand that, Frodo. You mentioned it earlier today. I hope that everything goes well for you. And definitely get some good sleep. Might want to take a shower tonight. Awaken refreshed and everything. Oh, gotta love it. Gotta love it. The mouse decides to die. Fortunately, I have another mouse somewhere. Where is it? Where's my other mouse? Where is my other mouse? Let me see. There's my other mouse. Couldn't find my other mouse for a little bit. Gotta love that. So let's unplug the transceiver, plug in the new one, or the one for this one. And then we shall go ahead and save game. We will save game in Korriban 2. I know how that feels. But sometimes going to bed yucky really just doesn't help you sleep.
What is it?
Come on. Come on. Okay. You playing the... No, on this one I am playing it light side. This is a light side run and has been for a long time. Not weak sauce at all. Matter of fact, it's the harder of the two. You want to know why? Because you want to take it quick. You want to go the other direction. It entices you. So, by resisting the enticement, I prove myself the better. Sith corpse, what's on you? Nice.
What is it?
Sure. Alright, so let's go back around and to the left. All right. There they are. All right, let's see here. Okay. Well, let's see here. Yeah, we'll kill him.
Hold it right there, whoever you are. We're not going back to the academy. We'll kill you rather than go back.
What are you talking about?
You mean you aren't here to kill us or bring us back? I find that hard to believe. The only way into these caves is through the academy. You must be a Sith. So what is it then? If you're not here to kill us or bring us back, why are you here? Speak up!
Okay, you got me. I'm here to kill you after all. So you're the renegade students?
So you have heard about us. Yes, we ran away before Master Uthar could execute us. Is that so hard to believe? My name is Thalia May. The others here and myself refused to murder a bunch of people on a whim from Master Uthar. So here we are. We thought that becoming a Sith was what we always wanted, but that wasn't true. Now all we want is to get out of here. Fair enough?
Fair enough, I'll leave you be. Maybe I can help you. You know what? No. We'll help.
Help us? Why should I believe that this isn't some kind of trick?
Give me a chance and I'll prove it to you.
You want to help us? All right, I can think of a way. We're stuck in these caves, obviously, or we would have been long gone. There's a passage to the surface through the caves, but we're blocked by some kind of large creature. We can't defeat it. If you could kill it and clear up the passageway for us, we could escape. That would be help enough. Can you do that?
Uh-huh. I can try.
I'll believe that when I see it. But if you could, we would be grateful.
All right. Let's go ahead and do this. And then we do this. We auto level him up. We auto level her up. And we go back to me. All right. Recovering the mine. Okay. We go across here. All right. Yep. All right, come on. There we go.
For the order!
All right, let's kill these things. All right. Let's see here. All right. Keldroma robes. Duron's journal. See, you're evil. You're using Force Lightning. Give in. Unleash the hatred. Oh, I unleash the hatred. Because they never know when they're going to get hit by the dark side once again. So they have to live in fear for the rest of their lives, for the most part. I think that's more evil than, oh, it's Dire Tukata. Actually killing them.
You will fall!
I'm almost done with the Imperial operation operative. Oh, nice.
What is it?
That hurt, I bet.
Alright, come on.
That is what a Jedi can do. I will be your doom! I will be your doom!
Force efficiency at its best.
Alright. Alright, come on. There we go. Now I've leveled up. Alright, let's go take a look over here. Alright, where are we? We're back at the entrance, so we need to go turn around and stick to the right. Yeah, I need to play all the other. I need to get the other characters, my other characters, up to level. You know, up to Knights of the Fallen Empire and all that. Always a good thing.
So, is there news? Is the passageway clear?
No, but thanks for letting your guard down. It's clear. Go.
It's clear? We can go. Thank you. I wasn't expecting help from anyone in the Academy. I guess we aren't the only ones who don't agree with everything. Maybe the Jedi will accept us. I've seen how evil the dark side is. Maybe I could try. At any rate, thank you again. You've saved our lives.
Light side point gained.
Your wish?
Yeah.
Alright. Nothing else for us to do. Go back and stay to the left. We've cleared the whole thing. Kill them. Frodo, I'm telling you, they now have to live their lives in fear of anyone coming after them. That's better than death. Okay. Alright, it's a journal. Okay. Let's see here. Alright, let's go report this to Master Ulthark and tell the jackass that I did it. Once I zone, I will go... Actually, right before I zone, I will go ahead and save. Never mind, right after I zone. Alrighty then. Korriban 1. Okay.
Greetings, young one. You have done very well for yourself so far. Continue and your promise shall be fulfilled.
Let's see here. I dealt with those renegade students.
The ones I ordered executed for their mutiny. It's done then.
Lie, it's done. They are gone.
Indeed. We checked the caves and found only a couple of bodies. Perhaps the Chirac ate them. It is just as good, I suppose. The lesson is learned, I believe.
Nice.
Go now. You have done well, but you have not impressed me enough to declare you the victor. I have matters to attend to.
All right. Let's see here. All right, so I'll be on my way.
You have gained considerable prestige. You are very close to the end. Do not falter now.
Oh, let's level up. Level up. Skills. Let's see here. 3. Our persuade is nice and high. Repair and computer use. Powers. Nice! Force storm. Beauty. No, practical.
You've been doing well. I hear you've almost enough prestige to be declared the victor. Somehow I just knew you were the one who would succeed.
Okay. How do I get more?
You must impress Master Uthar. Go to him with news of your deeds, or artifacts you have discovered. The only other idea I can suggest to you is that you head into the Valley of the Dark Lords on the surface. There are ancient ruins there which can be explored. It's possible you might find some artifacts, or information in them which would please Uthar. It's difficult to say for certain.
Okay. All right, I'll be going.
I hope to see you again.
Okay. Let's go over here. All right.
No problem. Got it.
Okay. Heavy repeating blaster, Sith assassin pistol, Sith sniper rifle. All right. Hey, Ariana. It goes well. We killed one of the students. And then we have gone ahead and saved three students that didn't want to kill people. And lied about them and have gotten them off the planet. All right. So we shall go down here. We shall go out into the tombs. All right. The entrance between the Valley of the Dark Lords and the Sith Academy. You know, all the students are kicking each other's arses with lightsaber. Oh, there's somebody I need to talk to inside. Okay. Find a Sith officer. That's a Sith guard. Sith guard. Sith guard. Teacher. Okay.
I understand that our renegade students have been dealt with, and that you are responsible for that. Congratulations.
Okay. Let's talk to you.
Huh. Another hopeful wandering about the academy. I suppose you want to know how to get prestige.
Yes. Can you help me?
Huh. As if I didn't have better things to do. Has anyone told you about Jorak
The hermit hiding in the hills?
He is much more than a simple hermit hiding in the hills, as you say. We are talking about the former master of the academy. If you've already been told about him, there's little more I can tell you. With luck, perhaps he'll kidnap you and you'll get a chance to see him for yourself, huh? Now be gone. I have better things to do than chat with lost hopefuls.
I'm not lost or a hopeful. I am going to be Sith. Let's not do that now. Well, we found the quest. Now we need to go talk to the hermit. Northeast section of the valley. Let's go. Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. I should say the Unknown Sith. Okay. Let's open up this metal box. I'll take that. There's a metal box. Tomb of Tulak Horde. Okay. I'll leave it alone. Can't take it with me once I leave.
Your wish?
Okay. All right, come on. Corpse has stuff. Ooh, 450 credits.
What is it?
What? Yes.
Okay. I was going to reclaim that. It is what a Jedi can do. It's like in a Sith.
For the Republic!
Engine console. Oops. Damn it. Open the door. Opening access door. Corpse. Mandalorian battle armor. Nice. Uh-oh.
Another idiotic student has stumbled into my little web, eh? Well, The contact nerve toxin in the air should knock you out quickly enough. Welcome.
Okay.
Awake already, are you? Good. This is the tomb of Sith Lord Tulak Horde, if you don't know. I've taken up residence here for now. It's dusty and full of critters, but it's home.
Okay. Who are you?
Oh, yes. Introductions, of course. I suppose it is time, isn't it? This other student here that I captured earlier, you should know well enough. His name is Mikol. Say hello, Mikol. Poor lad. He's had a hard day. My name is Jorak Earl. I was once the head of the academy, so I'm sure you've heard of me.
Let's see here. I've been told about you.
Good. It's nice to still be the topic of discussion occasionally. Maybe there's a class on me. Maybe not. Anyhow, I'd like to propose that we move on to the main event. You see, I'd like to discover if you've got the pluck of an old-fashioned Sith. Most of the Drek Uthar has been passing through these days is so pathetic. Take young Mikol here. I already tested him, didn't I, Mikol? Yes, you're welcome. You see, Mikol here has the cruel disposition of a Sith, but not the gumption that I'm looking for.
Oh, really? I'm sure we can talk about this. And if I pass your test?
Why, then you go free. Tell you what, I'll even pass on to you my own personal thesis on ancient Sith philosophies. They're based on all I've learned studying Tulak's tomb. They'll make you a better Sith, I'm sure. The chances of you passing, however, are sadly remote.
Okay. You're a madman. Go ahead, do your worst.
Now, is that any kind of attitude to take with higher education? I'm doing you a favor, really. So then, this is how it goes. I'm going to pose a moral question to you. Get it right, and I torture Mikol. Get it wrong, and I torture you. Mikol here is a bit weak. He probably won't be able to take much more punishment. Mind you, get too many wrong, and you'll die yourself. I don't know what you think of Mikol. Maybe you don't like him. Maybe you think he deserves to be murdered. Well, here's your chance, fair enough?
Okay. Give me a second here. I want to see what's going on. Okay. Sure. Go ahead.
Well then, any last comments before we begin, Mikol?
We can both survive. Attacking together.
Now, dear lad, do you really think your friend here will answer questions wrong just to spare little you, risking their own life? And how many correctly answered questions before you die? No, don't be silly. You had your chance, remember? On that note, let's begin. Now then, your immediate superior amongst the Sith is an effective commander and a fine leader. He trusts you and you like him. You see an opportunity to kill him. What do you do?
He's good for the Sith.
Incorrect! What sort of thinking is that? If all the Sith thought as you did, we would all be soft like the Jedi. Ah, well, it's time for your punishment.
Oh, boy.
And so we come to round 2.
That tickled.
You come across a group of humans who are
that really just tickled, you know?
dangerous animals. They plead for help, offering you a reward. What do you do?
Oh, well, I'll accept the reward because I want money.
So you've made a profit, and now you have some sniveling, useless fools trading after you. No. Bad idea, bad idea. At any rate, here is your punishment.
Still tickles.
Ah, yes. You discover an aspect of the Force that gives you great power. Do you share it and strengthen the Sith as a whole? Or keep it to yourself?
Oh, let's see here. I'll share it.
You gained an advantage and you share it freely? Let them rip the secret from my dead hands, I say. I mean, share it? Are you mad? Well, you did ask for this. It's for your own good.
Okay, that one stung a bit.
Still going? All right, then. One of your underlings has made a major mistake which makes you look bad. He's normally very competent and skilled. Do you kill him or give him another chance?
Give him another chance.
Another chance to make you look poor to your superiors? To make it look like you are weak and deserving of attack? No. Think again. Not that good help is easy to find. Oh well, here's your reward. Last
okay,
question.
That's stinging a bit more.
You're about to die. Do you pass on your knowledge to your apprentice to make him stronger? Or do you use your last breath to strike at your enemies?
Pass them on, because my apprentice will become their enemies.
Fool. It's a trick question. A true Sith never dies. I'll enjoy this one. Time for your medicine. Now, this is odd. The test is over and you're both still alive. Well, that's never happened before. What to do? I suppose this means you can go, Miko. I'll have to just figure out what to do with our friend here. Run along now.
All right.
What? Mutiny! Behave, students! That's it! Detention for all of you! Permanent detention!
Actually, no.
That is what a Jedi can do.
All right.
I guess he wasn't a true Sith after all. I can't believe that I'm alive. You saved me. You could have easily just answered those questions and let me die.
Nobody deserves to die like that. Nobody. I needed your help fighting Jorak. Yeah, well, don't let it go to your head. Let's see here. When you kill, Miko will take off. I just saved you for last. I don't think so.
Well, you can have those writings he mentioned. I won't fight you for them. Master Uthar will be very pleased if you give them to him, you know. I'll head back to the academy. I need some rest.
Alright, we got light side points. So first thing we have to do is search his remains. Crystal, nice. Ancient Sith tablet.
No problem.
Let's open up the tomb. Tulak Horde's mask. That is cool. Let's see. What's behind door number 1 here?
No problem. Got it.
Clay urn. Crystal. Let's see here. What's behind door number 2?
No problem. Got it.
Another clay urn. With another crystal. And we're going to pick door number 3.
Got it.
Seeing as the fact this also has a clay urn, and we will have looted all 3 anyway. Violet crystal. Nice. Corpse. Alright. We got a Chirac Alpha here. Stigmata! Husky with Sith colors. Yes. We definitely are. I was in your... I remember you, yes. Earlier today. How you doing? Yep, tonight we are playing as Darth Revan light side version. And Stigmata, how are you doing today? And actually, it's not a husky, it's actually a wolf. Good, good, I'm glad. I hope your matches were good afterwards. That's good. Matches were coming a little slow because of the PTB. For the most part, because that dropped today. Let's disable this mine. There's a corpse right there. Alright, so now we go back down the ramp to the left. You're on PS4. Oh, I know you don't have it, but you're still slightly affected by it. Wait, is there... No, yeah, I got that one. Because of crossplay. With crossplay, you get faster matches, so you were back to you were a little slower than you were with just straight up crossplay. Because a few people from the PC, which is what I'm on, of course, have gone over to the PTB because they want to see what the new killer's like. I did take that, right? Yes. Alright, before we take... we're going to stop by all these metal. Let me see what each of these tombs are. That's the tomb in Nagasadao. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't really mad overall. Door's locked. I can't do anything. I thought so. Being on PS4, you don't see it. there are some people that won't chat and won't say good game. There'll be bad sports about it on the PC side, things like that. You know, and that's why I was playing the nurse today, as well as a couple of the other killers. Is because I wanted to Marco Ragnos. Let's go see what he's up to. Alright, I gotta take this down. There we go. It set it off because she walked on it before it was done and ready. Wow, Jahani. Way to let people do things. Okay, that time I actually... What I said, my Wi-Fi turned... Oh, first of all, Epic, was I running the nurse when you faced me?
Sure.
Or was I running Doc or something like that? Oh, there's a corpse down here. I totally missed. So I was a nurse. Okay. I don't know how to play the nurse. Not successfully.
Too much audio input. Audio systems overloading. Must destroy source of disturbance. Must kill sentience.
All right.
Yes.
But that's why I was... So, I got lucky. I mean, thank you very much. I honestly know I got lucky.
I will be your doom!
Ready.
Your wish?
Yes.
Let's get it.
There we go. You need to heal.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, you can get lucky like that. It just... We were running 4 Swift, improved thyself with the match. Match was running a little fast. Oh, yeah. I figured. Honestly, Macro-Rugnes's gauntlets. Nice. I really didn't care if you got out or not. I wasn't doing a challenge or anything like that. My biggest thing was I was actually trying to pip and try to... no, not pip. D-pip, believe it or not. And I was also trying to learn the nurse a little bit. And let me tell you, I really don't like the nurse. She is not as good, as intuitive of a killer to play. But I'll tell you this, if I was running Trapper, you'd be bad. You'd be hurting. My nurse is level 1. I literally had 1 perk on me. And that was it. 1 perk. And no add-ons, no nothing. So, I mean, I know I did well. Especially with what I was playing with. But I really honestly didn't care. Gallon lore.
Oh, hello to you. You're new to the Academy, aren't you? I can't say we've ever met.
Uh-huh. Who are you?
Galen Lore, at your service. Aren't these tombs fascinating? We had no idea the Sith were here so long ago.
Why not?
Not from this far back. Or at least what records do exist are sketchy at best.
Okay, yeah, I can understand that. And I honestly wish that DS would deactivate at the end of the match, to be quite honest. Because it is used as a weapon more often than it is used as a defensive mechanism. And in this case, it cost me at least 1 kill. Because there's nothing I could have done. By the time you crawled out, you would have had your DS would still be going, and I'd either have you back by the hook, or you would have crawled out by me not picking you up.
I've been working on a translation of some of the runes by this tomb.
I mean, DS does need to have a little bit of a
rework. This may very well be the tomb of
rework.
Ajunta Paul.
Who is Ajunta Paul?
Ajunta Paul was one of the first of the great Sith Lords. He rebelled against his Jedi masters and led the way for the rest of us that followed. These runes claim that he was interred here, and I wonder if his sword might not be here as well.
His sword?
According to legend, Ajunta Paul created a sword of terrible power. Someone who located it could gain considerable prestige.
Let's see. Hasn't any effort been made to recover it?
Well, a few of the bolder students have tried. They did not return. As I understand it, the tombs are quite dangerous.
Oh, epic. Just yesterday I was playing Trapper, and I needed to kill 5 more people for one of the challenges. So, of course, I did have a Ebony Mori on so I could kill. They had me on Ormond, and so as Trapper, I'm really at a disadvantage. One person got off the hook, ran to a locker. I just put a trap in front of it and let him sit there and stew. Yeah, see, but that's the thing is, in game, even if the doors are open, the gens are done, DS is a very crucial crux perk. Unlike Noed, where in order for Noed to truly be bad for somebody, for anyone in there, they have to be on Death Hook. So if they're not on Death Hook, they can still be rescued. And in the meantime, while they're being rescued, somebody could find the totem and take it out. So, but DS, there's no counter to it whatsoever other than leaving you on the ground, and you can crawl. So it's just like, what? How can you fix that? So there's a lot of people there, and I'm not going to say that DS is is a bad perk. It's a perk. It just is a bit overpowered. And it synergizes with so many other things. Whereas on the killer side, none of their perks synergize with each other specifically. There's a few that will, just peripherally. Like, no, it doesn't synergize with anything, really. Well, yeah, true. The killer would have to be, but still, again, at the end of the game, when there's no gens left, what is the killer's options? The only thing they have left is the hook. They can only sit around the hooks, and because there's nothing left for them to do. Because all the gens are done, gen defense is gone. Doors are probably opened. And just like what happened to you, you were hooked near it because, there was no other real hook nearby anyway. Your DS allowed you to get out without being without me being able to catch back up to you. So that's what I'm trying to say, is there's a lot of little things that DS should be balanced with. For instance, if you're the last one in the match, maybe DS goes away or deactivates. You jump in a locker, jump on a gen, a totem, start healing somebody else. At that point, you are putting yourself back into the match instead of trying to get away. So there's a lot of things with DSs, and don't get me wrong. I don't hate you for having it. Let's see here. What do you know about the sword's powers?
Nothing at all. The legends don't say anything about it. It may have had powers only for a junta alone.
Yeah. Honestly, I can see their reasoning for reducing Pop Goes a Weasel to 45 seconds. But then again, their reasonings could also be applied to DS. And that was what was really bad about that change. So, I mean, like I said, there's a lot of things that need, a lot of things there. And I'm only talking about DS only because that's what happened to us. And again, like I said, I don't knock you for having it. Let's see here. All right, I gotta be gone.
Of course. Don't let me keep you from your business.
Journal entry added. Let's see, what's in this metal box? Nothing. Let's enter the tomb. I mean, I could see both ways. But when you put the reasoning for them to reduce it to 45 seconds is that the killer could do too many things before they kick a generator. They could chase the survivor, down the survivor, find a gen to kick, come back to the survivor, hook them, get another 60 seconds of pop. So, DS, you can be unhooked and it activates. You have 60 seconds of invulnerability. The only thing I can do as killer is, one, I could knock you down and leave you down. But at that point, that becomes into two, you have unbreakable. You get up. Or somebody comes and gets you up. Though that last portion is, because that takes another person away while they heal you. You could jump on a gen, jump on a totem, jump in a locker. Those three right there require the killer to grab you or give you more of a chance of being grabbed while DS is active, even if the killer didn't want it. And all this can be done in 60 seconds. And I've actually had it where I hook somebody, hook person A. Then while I go find person B, knock them down, hook them, knock that, go after person C. Person A gets unhooked, knocks C down, hook them, and find D, who got person A down, knock them down, hook them. So now I have 3 people on the hook. Person A, this is still within 60 seconds of getting off the hook, goes and unhooks all 3 of them. Because I knock him down, and he pops DS. And there's 5 seconds. I can't do anything. So, you know, that's the weaponization of it. So, you know, it's hard to say what is good and what isn't. Eventually, they'll get it. But I unfortunately do agree that lately the survivors have been getting so many of the buffs because the killers were getting the nerfs. But then again, there were times where the killers were getting the buffs because the survivors were getting the nerfs. So I'm not going to say that no one side is only getting something. But recently, it's all been about killers. What? Fine.
No problem. Got it.
So here, my friend was thinking you were hacking because he had DS but thought it didn't work when you get picked up off the ground and the killer downs you. Oh, because he thought that because I hadn't picked him up, he thought the DS did something for him on the ground. Well, I've had stuff like that happen to me, where I thought somebody was hacking, then I realized what's going on. Or somebody tells me what's going on. But yeah. It's actually kind of cool. I mean, I love talking to people about Dead by Daylight, because Dead by Daylight's a fun game. Okay, let's see what this severed arm says. It's got a data pad. Alright, so what do we have? Where are my data pads? Although I'll say this, that game I actually got a lot of blink hits that I didn't expect. Belonged to an enterprising young Sith student. Ventured in. One particular note, there's got to be a way to get past this obelisk blocking the bridge. It seems to be made of some kind of unstable material. I'm willing to bet some kind of energy blaster fire isn't going... discharge will set it. However, I have to try some kind of explosive. I just hope that the guard droid over there is as defunct as it looks. Joy! Let's turn solo mode on. Switch to give item. Let me try something. Oh, hello. I was so confused at endgame because I swear I saw you blink twice, but I swear you have to have add-ons. No, she has 2 blinks. Nurse has 2 blinks base, and some add-ons will give you a 3rd blink and possibly a 4th. But I literally have to blink. The 2nd blink is so rapid fire, it's very hard to get until you really know how it is. And then it takes time to recharge. You are correct. You can't do a full blink on that 2nd one.
Combat mode active.
There we go. So that 2nd blink is very hard to get. Which is why you'd see me charge a blink and then all of a sudden get stunned. All right. Let's pull the lever.
No problem. Got it.
Oh, wait. Did that lever pull down that? Let me try this again. Okay, no. I like how they did these sarcophaguses. Notched steel sword, silver lined sword. All right. Let's
Too long in the cold and the dark. I am disturbed again.
Yeah. Do you have any other questions? I mean, I do know Dead by Daylight
Beware
well.
of this. This spirit, it may not be what it appears. Great emotion lies within.
A Jedi here? Why have you come to this dark place, Jedi? Why disturb my sleepless rest?
I was here once before. Do you remember me?
I do. And yet I do not. The Force is so strong with you, human. Yet the face, the soul... it has been so very long.
You are Junta Paul.
I had a name once. Junta Paul. Yes, that was my name. I was one of many. We were servants of the dark side. Sith Lords, we called ourselves. So proud. In the end, we were not so proud. We hid from those we had betrayed. We fell, and I knew it would be so.
Yeah. Epic, the one thing about fast vaulting is there actually is a prompt that comes up that says vault and then a running vault or something like that. It comes up differently. if you are running and you cut too close to the window to jump it, you go through what's known as a medium vault, and not a slow vault. Many people think that that's actually a slow vault, but it isn't. You're actually gaining more momentum on the back end after you vault with the medium vault than you do with the slow vault. Because you literally slow vault, you come across and step down, and then you start building up momentum. The medium vault, you have a less of a delay between starting to move and go from there. And then, of course, the fast vault, you're much faster. So, and that's why you think you did a slow vault, but you actually heard the snap of what you thought was a fast vault. And it wasn't a fast. You realize it wasn't a fast vault. Epic. I've been playing the game for over 2 years now. I got it in October 2018, and I'm still learning a few things. But I watched several of the devs, and I've watched several people actually play the game on Twitch and other places. So that it's a learning curve. And I don't envy you on consoles. I personally wish that you had a way to communicate. Because there are times that I wanted to tell people who play console, you guys are doing great. Because you guys pretty much owned me in that match. I mean, my P3 level 1 nurse that had no add-ons, no offerings, and one perk. No, actually, it's the Microsoft Store on PC that has the ability to communicate. Xbox still does not have the ability to communicate because the console, I mean, both PS4 and Xbox have the ability to have a PC, a PC-style keyboard connected to it via USB, and it will recognize it. But the clients for both Xbox and PS4 are the same, and they don't have the capability of chatting. Let's see here. You were Sith Lord from the ancient times. What do you mean by those we have betrayed? What can you tell me about this place?
Our Jedi Masters, those who had taught us to use the Force, who warned us against the dark side, yet we embraced it in secret, reveled in its power. We were discovered? Or did we act? I can no longer remember. But here is where we came, to hide, to grow, and here we fell.
Let's see here. Tell me about this place.
Our temple, our tomb, built far from our enemies. We revered power and threw off the teachings of our old masters.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We were not the first to fall to the dark side, but we had more power than those before us. It came from elsewhere.
What do you mean, came from where?
Our oldest secret. Only we would know, we lords. Only we would know where our power came from.
Persuade, tell me the secret.
I cannot, human. It is a secret of so long ago, I no longer remember. You who bristle with the Force, you must find this place. Or have you? Or did you? Or will you? So many images. I see your heart, human Jedi. I see your power, your pride. You will find the old place, the dark place, and you will regret it.
Okay. I've been sandbagged by my teammates before. I got a friend who comes in here. His name is Frodo T. Baggins, and he teabags everybody. There's just been, sometimes you just have to sit back and laugh. But yeah, like I said, I was never mad at you guys. You guys played well. You guys outplayed me. Then again, I was intentionally playing a killer I didn't know in order to drop my ranking before rank reset. But yeah, I mean, even you did well. I mean, you avoided me several times. What do you mean by those we have betrayed? How did you fall? What happened?
Ancient? Has it been so long that you use the word ancient? I have been here so long, so lost, I cannot remember. We were the first to rebel, to betray, to surrender ourselves to the dark side. So strong, we thought, so wrong.
Oh, I thank you very much, Epic. Well, actually, I am a wolf. Frecky42, I had to add the number on it because Twitch didn't like me putting my name in there, Frecky. I mean, what's wrong with my name? And the fur is real. Let me tell you, it itches sometimes. It doesn't itch right now because I did take a good shower and bath today. That felt really good. But let me tell you, playing with paws, not easy. Not easy at all. Actually, it's called Face Rig. It's a virtual cam set up using my camera. And that's why it's tracking me. My chat is over to my left, and that's why you see it turning to the right, because I don't have the camera mirrored. Let's see here. Why do you remain here?
Remain? Do I remain? I have regretted for so long all that I have done. My sword, I filled it with my pride, and it is buried with me now, a corpse as I am a corpse. I am dead as my faith is dead. And I shall remain here, surrounded by blackness in death as in life.
I need this sword. Oh, why, thank you very much. I'm glad it does look real. I try to be as animate as possible with it, but sometimes it snaps back up front when I'm not, when I get too far out of range and it can't track my face properly. But, yeah. And by the way, I don't just play this type of game. I also, on Thursday night is Batman Arkham Origins, and Sunday is Dragon Age Inquisition. I've done Final Fantasy streams, Star Wars The Old Republic streams. I've played Dead by Daylight on streams, but not as much because it gets boring for me. I can only take Dead by Daylight in so many times. I play Assassin's Creed. I've played Detroit Becomes Human. I actually play through my PS4, through my PC to my PS4, or I should say from my PS4 through my PC to Twitch for games. Matter of fact, I just picked up today Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Let's see here. I need the sword you speak of.
Of course you do. You seek my power. Will it destroy you as it did me? I wish my sword to be taken away from here. I do not wish it to rot away as I have. I command this of you.
Okay, I'll take it. Not a problem. What do you want me to do with it?
If you are wise, you will not keep it. In the end, it is what destroyed me. There are 3 blades within my sarcophagus. Only one is truly my sword, but it has been so long.
Yeah.
I do not remember which.
I am 6 p.m. Eastern on Thursdays and Sundays, and 8 p.m. Eastern on Tuesday. And I go to midnight each night.
Then it is yours.
So I'll be back up on Thursday, and then this coming Sunday. Oh, I've also done Mass Effect, and why did I not mention that before? Matter of fact, I started my streams out with Mass Effect. Let's see here. But yeah, I mean, I try to have fun. And as you see, I try to make it about the stream and not just about me just playing a video game. Though it's fun to play the video game. I'm actually right now looking up something. Trying to catch something if I can. Alright. And if the sword isn't yours?
Then you must die. This is how it must be.
Alright. Quickly. I played this game when it first came out, and again many years later. Okay. And I try to play it every so often just to have a little fun. This is not Star Wars: The Knights of the Old Republic. This is done by BioWare. Not still. Okay. It's done by BioWare, same people that do Mass Effect, Dragon Age, Star Wars: The Old Republic. They did Knights of the Old Republic. They've done They did Baldur's Gate originally, and which Baldur's Gate was then remastered later by somebody else. So BioWare is a very story-centric designer that actually is part of EA, Electronic Arts. This is one reason why their people don't like them, is because of EA. Now, they are a great team. They do a great job as with what they can, and go from there. There is a sequel to this game called Knights of the Old Republic 2: The Sith Lords. This game is based approximately 5,000 years before the original movie that came out in 1977. We have found out at this point that you play a main character here, main character in the storyline. I don't know if you want me to destroy it, I should say destroy it, but spoil the story for you. If you want, I will.
I do remember one thing of my sword. Listen to me carefully. I am that which grips the heart in fright, hearkens night and silences the light. It was written of my sword long, long ago. Go then, find my sword and place it on the statue.
Alright. They're talking about this statue here, but before I do anything, I'm going to do the best thing I can do, and I'm going to save. Let's see, 35, 30... Okay, we'll do Korriban 2 save. This game is being modified in order to be 1080p. You play the game, play as Darth Revan. At this point in the game where I'm at, we have found out truly by the game that I am Darth Revan. Darth Revan is one of the major players. This game was originally designed in 2003 before any ideas of the Rule of Two had been debunked about the prehistory of the Sith. Because all you had at that point were the prequels and the originals, which only had two Sith at any one time. Unlike Star Wars: The Old Republic, where you have a whole bunch of Sith. And yes, here you do have a little bit of that coming back. And then later on, you have the Sith Empire coming. There's a whole bunch of this going on. Darth Revan and Darth Malak were Jedi Knights that became Sith Lords by talking to the Emperor, and the Emperor who was hiding the Sith Empire from everybody. So there's a lot of things. So you play Darth Revan, and you are going back through to find the thing that is allowing the Sith Empire to continue its war with the Republic. Alright, so I believe it's the notched steel sword. Steel sword sets itself as if the stone belongs there.
Yes, that is the one. That is the blade that destroyed me. Take it. Take it and the other blades even. Take them and go. My darkness awaits me.
I want to know more about the star map. You're after the star map.
Our oldest secret is buried, but not here. I remember nothing else. I cannot help you.
Uh-huh.
No need? What choice have I?
You can return to the light side and end your torment.
Return? But I betrayed my old masters. They would never let me return to the light side. It is too late. Too late.
I don't believe the light side would turn you away.
If I could return... Oh, my master, it has been so long, and I regret so much.
Star Wars is a great set of movies. Do I have his swords? Gentle Paul's blade. Yes, I do. I have him. Excellent. Oh, and this guy is hilarious as hell. HK-47.
Statement. HK-47 is ready to serve, Master.
Uh-huh.
Statement. Yes, Master. You created me shortly after you and your apprentice began your war to conquer the galaxy. I was sent on an assassination mission into Mandalorian space, but I was damaged and unable to return to you. Exclamation. I find this most distressing. I could certainly have protected you from the Jedi and your pupil's betrayal had I returned.
It's probably better it worked out this way.
Observation. You may be right, Master. This way we are reunited, and neither of us has suffered permanent termination.
Let's see here. So why the meatbag references?
Answer. It was you who programmed me thus, Master. Your pupil once asked me what I thought of him, and I informed him of his meatbag status. He was unimpressed, but you found the reference humorous. You changed my programming so that I would continue to use the term. It drove your pupil to extreme lengths of frustration.
I actually had not caught that before. HK-47 refers to humans or any organic life as meatbags. Technically, it's true. It's just hilarious when he says it.
As you desire, Master. Signing off.
Alright, let's go ahead and leave. So yeah, Epic, you're more than welcome to come in at any point in time and chat and talk. I enjoy talking, as you saw. Oh, hello. Who are you?
I saw you come in here, and I rather figured you'd make it all the way to the sarcophagus. Good to see I wasn't wrong.
What do you want?
Isn't it obvious? I've been hoping that someone would do the dirty work in retrieving the sword of Ajunta Paul for some time. It's been quite a wait. Now that you have it, I just thought I'd relieve you of it. It must be quite a burden after all.
In just a few minutes, I'm actually going to be ending here and raiding, so bear with me, guys. I'm going to get out of here. Let's see here. Let's see. You're not taking it from me. No, I think I'll manage with it just fine. Kind of you to offer. I don't know what you're talking about. What sword?
Nice try. I may not know what the sword looks like, but I'm no gullible fool. I'm not about to pass up a chance to impress Master Uthar. I may like you well enough, but being a Sith is all about taking chances when the moment is right. So make it easier on both of us. Hand over the sword.
And if I don't, what are you going to do? What are you going to give me for it? He'll take it on my dead body. Let's just let me get it out.
Need to do things the hard way, eh? Fine by me.
Alright, guys. Where the hell are you guys? The pathing for your companions in this could be so screwed up. Oh, I see what you're doing. Heal. Okay, come on. There you go. Johanny.
What is it?
HK-47? Oh, I still have solo mode turned on. That's why.
What?
Duh. Solo mode turned off. Oopsie. Alright, let's leave and see if they follow. Damn it. There you are. Bad companions. Bad companions. Oh, crap. This is why I save in multiple locations. I just had a crash on this, so I'm actually not going to go back into it. I'll go back into it and get myself back to where we were just as we were leaving and save there for the next time that I run this, which will be approximately 2 to 3 weeks from now. But you can get Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic on Steam. Let me go to the store page here. I mean, if you really want to spend $152, it's $10 normally, but on sales it goes down to $250. And sometimes there'll be a package deal with specifically Dark Forces, Jedi Knight, Dark Forces 2, Jedi Knight Mystery of the Sith. You know, these right here, these big ones, or just these two. So there's a lot of things there. Hey, Maya. Good night, Maya. Thank you very much for being here in the lurk. I do so appreciate it. You have a great week at school. I hope everything's good for you. So, but yeah, I mean, it's on Steam, so you can get it. You can get it on the PS3. I think you might be able to get it on PS3. You might not. I don't know. But it'll be hard. So you might have to actually have a computer to get it. All right, so before we do anything, let me go ahead and check to see who is live and who I could possibly take us to. I need to mute myself. Really don't want to raid that. Found him playing that. I could do that. What's H2O doing? Let's mute. All right, actually, I'm going to depart from my normal. Normally, I go to somebody playing Knights of the Old Republic or something similar. Right now, everybody that I know is playing Dead by Daylight, Star Wars The Old Republic, and have over 30 some odd people in their channel. Well, I would, I know they would appreciate a raid from anyone, but still. All of these people are still great streamers. They're great friends. Don't get me wrong, but I'm actually going to take us over to somebody who is doing a Pokemon, let's see here, Pokemon Stadium, and so retro games. So we are going to go ahead and raid H2O. Happy Dude. And yeah, that's an OO. Let's see. All right, so I got the raid going. Thank you all very much for being here tonight. I'll see you on Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern for Batman Arkham Origins. And Epic, once again, thank you again for coming by tonight. And everybody, raiding is going to happen in just a minute. So you all have a great night. Here we go. Raiding now. Do.